Hi, I'm Juan Carlos Martinez, and this is my video presenting my solutions for the Winter Park Hotel case. So a little bit of a summary. Donna Diaz, regional director of the Winter Park Hotels, had a favorable sales data, so the opening of the new hotels was being considered. In addition, she knew that consumer service is a key element for the factor and was evaluating the possibility of improving service at a reception, since due to its success, they were beginning to find themselves saturated by high demand. On the other hand, she had observed that the restaurant had increased in cost in the food preparation, which prevented from having the utilities that expected. So the first problem led us to the question, how can you reduce cost in food preparation? Here the main goal is to maximize profits, or at least obtain the expected profits, but with the increase of the prices in the food. So the solution that I came out was by analyzing the cost of the beef and pork, and seeing as both restrictions are binding, both of them will have a big impact on the solution. The beef will be in the product that is affected the most, as it's a more expensive one. However, the restaurant should really complement this information with a high demand of the dish in its daily activities. Since they decrease the quantity of meat, the prices and production costs will also decrease. Another solution, after doing the analysis, to focus on the fat percentage and its negative shadow price, since if they increase this ingredient or percentage, the cost will decrease and will allow them to produce more. However, important note that fat is really bad for the customer's health. Excessive fat brings a great quantity of cardiovascular problem, as well as being an important factor that contributes to obesity. So if they want to decide to increase fat, they will need to find a way in which they could create other dishes with the slack that will bring. So that was the first case. The second problem led us to a question, in which states is the higher growth rate of tourists for a new hotel. In this case, we use the forecasting model, because this model is divided in two options: the time series and the linear regression. The forecasting model focus on linear regression will serve to analyze the growth of tourists. So the best option, to my point of view, was the state of Jalisco before any other possible state. This, since it has a very considerable and a stable amount of tourism during a long period of time, and the whole year also it has a really high number of room occupancy. In Jalisco, there hasn't been a single year since 2008 that its number of tourism and occupation rooms hasn't increased. This might be due to the city of Guadalajara, that provides 7.1% to the Mexican GDP according to INEGI. Meaning that the state people travel due to business objective, which can be very beneficial for the Winter Park and its category. Another important aspect to analyze is that Jalisco is a home of tequila and beautiful places, and its process and beautiful views attracts a high number of tourists that will want to learn more about its elaboration process. Jalisco, by difference with other states in the last 10 years, has been way more constant in obtaining higher number of tourism, either for the national and for foreign people. We can also see that both the arrival of tourism and occupancy rooms haven't really changed in the last 10 years, since that damping factor is just of 30%, which means that we can really on the data and have a smaller error than it's compared to other states. So now the last problem, and the question is, what can we do to improve the reception time? We use the waiting line process. This model will help us by reducing waiting time anywhere in the hotel where people are waiting in lines, and especially focus in the lobby area. So in this case, in Teams, we had 3 different options, and we conclude that the second option was the best case since we compare the time and attention to be spent in improvement and perceived quality of service for the client, which will be employed in the hotel reception desk. As the writer of Psychology of the Waiting Line says, waiting is frustrating, demoralizing, agonizing, aggravating, annoying, and time-consuming and incredibly expensive. So we chose the option with less time to be attended, which was which the option B has an average of 2.5 minutes before being attended. So my solution to even improve the quality of the service being implemented is for having a little entertainment at the lobby, like have a couple of TVs and offering drinks and snacks for the clients as they are waiting in line. Meanwhile, they will have a little snack and a drink. The staff will go with them and recommend them places to go, for example, restaurants, famous tourist places, museums, etc. All this process is for them not to notice the amount of time they are spending in line before being attended. So these were my solutions. Thank you for watching the video. It was a great class. I enjoyed it. Thank you, teacher.